Hi everyone, and welcome to this very short video about the Azure SQL Managed Instance and the Azure Resource Manager locking. So Azure SQL Managed Instance, as we know, it's a first class resource inside Azure. That means you can have a look over it. Subsequently, Managed Instance has databases, and these databases will inherit the locking as well. So because the databases are visible inside the portal, that means they have a resource manager inside Azure. So the locking effect, which is, for example, lock not to delete. So the lock effect will be inherited by the database. That means any attempt to delete the database using the Azure Resource Manager layer, and this goes through anything that is in the Azure portal, anything that is using the AZ CLI, using the Azure PowerShell module. All these will go through the same thing, which is the Azure Resource Manager REST APIs. So we are protected from deleting the database in this case. However, bear in mind that if you are accessing the instance from using the T-SQL endpoint, the database is just a resource inside the data plane inside the server. So you can delete it, and this deletion will not stop at the locking. Just to highlight this in a quick demo, let me go through the portal first so I can show you. We have a SQL Managed Instance, and in the locking we have a delete lock. That means no one can delete this instance without removing the lock first. This goes through by inheritance for any databases that we have in this server. So if I refresh here to see my new database, so the lock would be inherited by any databases inside this managed instance. For example, I have here my test DB1, and if I go to logs, I will see there is inherited lock here on this resource. Now, if I try to delete this database, and the deletion will fail because of this lock. How about the experience from the AZ CLI? So I'm trying to do the same action. I'm trying to delete the managed instance DB, so the database, and this is the name of my database. Let's try to do this. Will give me the warning that this is a deletion operation, and it will fail as well. However, if we try to do the same action here, I'm going to go to my SQL Server Management Studio and seeing my database here, refresh to see it. Yes, it's still available. If I try to drop the database using TSQL, the operation will succeed because we are not passing through the same layer, which is the Azure Resource Manager REST APIs. So the locking will not have any effect in this case. And voila, as you can see, the database is deleted. So lesson learned: if you have a lock over the database inside a SQL Server Managed Instance, this lock will not give you immunity against any deletion by the users if they have the proper permission to do this. See you next time.